March 10th, 2022. I'm listening to Channel 7 News. They're reporting that the United States Census for 2020, it said that two sections of the population were underrepresented and undercounted on their official results, and overcounted or overstated were the Asians and the white Americans. Now, I find that incredibly interesting and significant in there is a disappearing white population. I can't find tribal members or white people that I can connect with easily. I don't see them in the local area. I don't see them in the local government. I don't see them in the local labor unions in the New York City area. I look. They're sparse, to say the least, when you look at multi-facility. But yet, what's not being represented or not being honest about their involvement within the survey, it almost is inflective of, is one just not putting down because they've already taken over an identity of something else, just to misrepresent and tilt the scales dangerously at, like, I don't know who to ask for help, but that would be a relatively easy conclusion to jump to, with help of someone in the official capacity to inquire about further if that's what the results are indicating. Because I can see in my local area firsthand, I can see on the televised state system that the majority of the programming is not geared for me. It's geared for a completely different section of the population. So it's very disturbing in New York, being that there's multiple generations here of, like, just Linda and Lou, myself, my grandmother, my grandfather. And it's just like a disappearing whatever. And I don't see any steps or hear of any steps being made in order to rectify this.
U.S Census Bureau admitting a significant undercount of the population, with as many as 18.8 million, many of them minority descent, left out.
18.8 million. That's quite a few representatives that have been misrepresented, according to the U.S Census numbers, and according to this gentleman who had permission by someone in the state and federal broadcasting system to make such a statement. Of course, I have nowhere to take that possibility and to go to in agency or in whatever, because it's part of the problem.
It's the biggest net undercount in 3 decades. Breaking it down, officials say
3 decades. That's 30 years. That's what they're representing, 3 decades. So that's 10 plus 10 plus 10. Nobody noticed. Nobody thought to intervene and maybe meet in Albany or elsewhere to protect one's interests.
Black residents were undercounted by about 3.3%, Latinos by nearly 5%, and 5.6% for Native Americans. While Asian residents were likely overestimated by 2.6%, and white residents overcounted by 1.6%. Now, this data is critical because the census helps decide how $1.5 trillion in federal spending is distributed every year.
So the over-representing of the numbers, is this part of this life hack or this disappearing trend? I don't know. But this is where, in North America, this is what they gave me. We're just below, I'm in the abusive section of North America. Canada's just to my north. They have a different, different unity system, I suppose. Not sure how it's integrated, quite frankly. But this is the... It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.